Okay, let's look at section 8.4. Let's go ahead and start looking at some problems here. We want to construct a 95% confidence interval to estimate the population proportion with a sample proportion equal to 0.44 and a sample size equal to 125. Let's write that down. And we want a confidence interval of 95%. All right, so here we go. We're going to use the table to get our z-score. And if you look up a z-score, now be careful here. Remember, 95% would be right here. 5 divided by 2 would be 2.5 here and 2.5 here. So we need to know the z value for right here. And so we need to add 95 and 2.5 together and get 0.975. Because that z-score is what we need to calculate the confidence interval. So let's look up 0.975 on our z-score. You can use that cheat sheet, but I'm going to show you. 0.975 is 1.9012345 1.96. So our z value is 1.96. I'm going to erase this, and now we can get started. Now, if we should have checked to make sure that we can use the normal distribution. So what you do is do n times p. So 125 times 0.44, and I can guarantee that that is greater than or equal to 5. You can calculate it to see. And then 125 times 1 minus 0.44. And that is definitely greater than or equal to 5. So you can check that just to be sure. Now, to calculate your proportion, we already have the proportion calculated. We don't have to do that part. We need to calculate the standard error of the proportion. So we're going to do the square root of p, which is 0.44, minus times 1 minus 0.44 over n, which is 125. So let's see what that is. So you're going to get 0.044, actually, I'm going to round it to 4 decimal places. So now we're ready to calculate the upper and the lower confidence level for the proportion. So we're going to do our sample proportion, which is, let me highlight it, okay, which is 0.44 plus and minus our z-score, which is 1.96, times your standard error of your proportion, which is 0.0444. So we're going to calculate that in the calculator for upper and or lower. So remember that your standard error of your proportion is 4 decimal places on this one. And then the final answer, they want rounded to 3 decimal places. Okay, so here is our confidence interval. Let me know if you have any questions about this problem. And question 2, you'll work the same way. You're going to look up your z value on the normal probability distribution table.